So, Andrew, it's been a long time since we've spoken. And the first time we spoke was when you first did America's Got Talent. That was what, 2010?
2012, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay, it was 2012. I know it was a long time ago, but you did
Yep.
so fantastic. Tell us a
Thank you.
little bit about the experience.
Oh my gosh, there's so much that went on, ups and downs, but really overall, like a really positive experience. Um, Obviously, one of the most exciting highlights of my life, and it gave me a platform and an opportunity to change my life for the better and really make music like my whole heart passion.
Yeah, what made you decide to do the show? Because I know you had said back then that you never performed for anybody before, and you just basically sang in secret.
hmm it's really a funny story because prior to that, there was like an open audition for like Disney or something like that, where, being a performer on like cruise ships and things. And at the time, my mother drove me to that audition, and I chickened out and I didn't get out of the car. And she was so upset. And she said, "Don't ever ask me to drive you to another one of these auditions again." Well, then
Eh,
I saw the um, the ad for AGT on television, and I said, "You know what? I think I want to do it. I don't think I'm going to tell anybody what I'm going to do because I already don't think I'm going to do a good job. I don't need outside voices, questioning what it is that I was going to do." And she said, "No, I'm not taking you."
of course.
And I threw the biggest fit and slammed the door. And my father came in and said, "What's wrong?" And I explained the whole thing. And he said, "Well, I'll take you, but you actually have to go if I take you." And yeah, that's how it happened. And I couldn't sleep the night before. I was so terrified of what was going to happen. My brother, who I invited to come, even he was afraid because he didn't know what I was going to do. And he didn't want to see me, get ridiculed. So he didn't go. That's why he's not in the taping.
Gotcha, gotcha. And I remember everyone comparing you to Chris Angel at the time. They thought you were going to do magic or something. Did you expect that reaction?
No, but I had been called that a lot. I had been called Chris Angel a lot. I think if anything, my parents thought I was going to do like something that has to do with like makeup effects because that's what I was doing at the time full time. I was doing like for like low budget horror films and stuff. I was doing zombie makeup and gore effects and things like that. I think that's what they assumed I was going to do.
Wow, yeah, that would have been a different talent, but I love your
Yeah.
voice. And you said you had no formal training in that, right? Or did you?
No, no, no. It was just all me studying whatever I could get my hands on. I still haven't, and I really, really should to, keep what I possibly have left of that kind of, singing.
But it's amazing. You just, came in, you impressed everybody, and believe me, if I were there with the golden buzzer, I would have been, psh, I was that impressed.
Yeah, it's really funny because if it seems almost primitive now because you mentioned the golden buzzer. We didn't have the golden buzzer yet in 2012. I think my season was the last season before the show like really, really blew up and became viral and things like that.
Yeah, I can't even imagine a time when things weren't viral anymore. And I grew up at a time where we had none of this. So it's amazing how the show's evolved. And if you were to audition, say now, what would you do differently, if anything?
I think I would have prepared the song a little more. I think I have a tendency to do this thing where I just do something last minute or on the spot because I don't want to over prepare because I get too into my head and then I'll start, analyzing it as I'm singing. And it's the worst thing. I said, just go out there and do it. And that it could have been a better audition. I'm glad it went the way it did. But, on a technical side, I was like, oh my God, I completely went flat there and I'm not breathing here and I'm shaking here. And, so I think I would probably practice more before going back and doing it again.
Gotcha, gotcha. And are you working on music now?
Yeah, I have a few things that are kind of in pre-production. No announcement dates, nothing like that, because I have no idea when I'm going to do it. But yeah, some really cool stuff, experimental stuff that I'm playing around with. Um, yeah, it's really fun getting to do that kind of thing independently.
Yeah, you should do a YouTube channel or something like that where once you get your music ready. I would love to help promote you more
Well,
once
I
you're
have
ready,
a
of
YouTube
course.
channel. I
Oh,
have a
you
YouTube.
do?
I don't use it, and I really, really should because there are people there that are waiting for me to upload something. But I do like doing YouTube. It is something that now I have all the time in the world, as we're all trapped at home. Uh, I really have no reason to not film something for YouTube. Although my life is not that exciting, at least not to me. And I know that there are people that would sit and watch me eat toast, For me, I'm like, well, I don't have anything going on. What the hell does anyone care that I'm working on music, So, but that's just how
I care. Yeah, no, I'm the
Yeah.
same way. I care though. And do you still do the makeup and special effects for horror movies and stuff, low budget horror movies and stuff?
I recently got back into it. Um, I reordered everything because once I started doing music, a really good friend of mine is a theater teacher. So I donated all of my makeup effects equipment to him so he could teach the kids, theater makeup and things like that. But that was a long time ago that I did that. And only recently was I like, it would be really fun to touch up on that kind of stuff again. Because that was honestly where my passion was before singing. It was horror films and things like that. And so yeah, I had to reorder it all. Forgot how expensive that stuff is. Just been playing around with it, putting makeup on everybody, making everyone look like zombies. It just testing up if I still got it,
Well, this is the perfect time of year of it. And you should get together with my brother. He has actually a horror movie, B-movie podcast. So we should get you guys hooked up. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. I've been going to horror conventions lately, and there's a whole community for horror films, that, it's quite obvious that they're there, but I've never felt a part of it because I'd never engaged in it till recently. And it's something that's really fun that brings me a lot of joy. I want to somehow incorporate that into my YouTube channel. I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do it.
Yeah, I can think of a lot of things you could do. You could do like show how to do it. You could do it while singing. You could do a whole bunch of stuff, to make yourself stand out. I would definitely watch that and promote that if you decide to do that.
I hope so, because when I went metal for a little while there, a lot of fans were pretty upset. People get used to you in the way that they see you the first time. And I think what people really forgot is that when I introduced myself to them on America's Got Talent, I did say I'm a huge fan of metal and like Rob Zombie. So like, I don't know where they thought because I sang classical music, that all went out the window. And I was this, sweet, innocent kid. When in fact, I watch the most morbid, shit, sorry for cursing, that you could like watch. I get, my form of entertainment is heavy metal and horror films, but that does not throw away the part of me that also loves classical music. And I also love jazz, and I also love R&B, so there's more to me than just that. So that's why when I was like, maybe I can go on YouTube and incorporate horror into what I do in some way that won't piss off too many people. Because, oh my God, all I did was release a 3-song EP, and it was a metal EP, which I loved. And a lot of people were really confused or really angry, except for the kids that were like dressing up like me. They were all about it. They were like, this is the kind of, stuff that I want to listen to. So yeah, you have to, I guess, watch out for people that they really don't want you to change from the first time they saw you. But, you grow. I'm not the same kid, but I still sing.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, I have a whole beard now. So like.
Is it a quarantine beard though?
Yeah. When this is all over, I will shave it off. But for now, I don't care enough to shave it.
It looks good on you though. It really suits you. So I like it.
Thank you.
And how old are you now? Because you said you were a kid when you did America's Got Talent.
Yeah, I was 19 when I did it. What? And yeah, if I could meet me back then today, I'd be like, you need to get your shit together before you go out there and really try to, tell the world who you are. But you can't prepare for things like that, I guess. Now I'm 28 now.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
And you look fantastic. So I'm so proud of all you've accomplished. I mean, I've been following you on social media for so long that I feel like a mama cub watching you.
Yeah, I know. We've reached out to each other a few times over the years.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. And now America's Got Talent has a spin-off series called The Champions. If you were invited to do that, would you do that again?
You know, a few years ago, I probably would have said I would have to consider it, or like, think about it, because I don't know if I have what it takes anymore to go through. It's a completely different show now.
Right, right.
It's so much bigger now, and so much. It's got this extravagance. It feels like Vegas almost, and even back then, I didn't think I was prepared to go against these really, really incredible acts, and it's a variety show essentially. But today, I've had like a really great awakening this year, that you have to live it to the fullest and just go for things. That was the whole point, and as why I even auditioned in the first place. Just go for it. So yeah, if I was invited to sing again, I think I would give it a extreme hell yeah. I would totally do it. Yeah.
I'm hoping they bring it back. That they said with COVID right now everything's on hold. So
Yeah. Yeah.
unfortunately, now
Well, yeah.
do you still
If they reach out, I would be more than happy to.
nice? Now do you still watch the show?
On and off. I get overwhelmed with all these shows that I try to keep up with, whether it's scripted or reality. But yeah, every now and then, if something goes viral, you can't help but hear about it and go look at it. So, but I don't know where it is right now. I'm only made aware of. I think Tyra Banks is the host now or something.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is the host. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yeah, but as far as that's about as up to date as I am.
Gotcha.
The judges are in and out. I did an interview with Jacob Eliaker.
Jake's Take. Yes.
Yeah, for Jake's Take.
He's one of my good friends too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he and I were talking about who I thought would be a great judge for America's Got Talent, and I know it's a controversial opinion of mine, so all it is an opinion. But I said, who is someone who's scary enough, but means well, but has been in the business, and I want someone who's been through it, who's like really been through it. Someone polarizing. I was immediately like, the way he looked at me was like, oh my God. I said, why don't they ask Courtney Love to be a judge?
Ooh, I like that.
Because she is a businesswoman and a very talented, queen of grunge in the 90s, so like she's been through it. She's been through all of it. And I just think that I feel like she would have a passion to find actual talent. She wouldn't bullshit and just give someone the gold buzzer just because she felt bad. I think that somebody like that would be really fun and interesting. And plus, if they had Simon on, and can you imagine that kind of interactions that they would have?
I am here for it. I am so here for it. Like maybe we could start a Twitter campaign and get it started. I like that.
Yeah, if they ever did, I would be 100%. I'm back. I'm watching. Like I want to see what happens here.
Yes. And now, which judge gave you the best feedback, or did you bond the most with on the show?
Surprisingly, I want to say Howard Stern. I really appreciated his feedback because it wasn't sugar-coated. If I did well, he thought I did well, and he told me I did well. If I bombed, he said it straight to my face. You were terrible. I would have wanted to. I mean, obviously, I got a motherly vibe from Sharon, and I really adore her, and always will. But I feel like the judge that I respected the most was Howard Stern.
He is wonderful. He is absolutely wonderful, because you see one part of him on his radio show, and then you saw him on America's Got Talent, and he's like a sweet fatherly figure who isn't afraid to tell you the truth. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, he never ripped me to shreds, so maybe that's just me being biased. So,
hey, if he would have ripped you to shreds, it would have Sammy Smash.
Oh, back then I think I would have just cried.
I would have protected you.
Oh, thank you.
The mama cub in me comes out. So I'm not even a mom. I'm an aunt, but
it's the
still
same.
got that. Yeah, it's the same thing. And one thing I like to ask the people I interview is, tell me a fun fact about yourself that might surprise your fans.
You know what? I've always wondered when somebody was going to give me this question, and And I was like, I really better have a good answer because I don't have a good answer. Um, I mean, everything for me is laid out on the table. You know what I mean? I'm not that deep. I'm not that complex. Um, God, I honestly don't know. I'm scared of cockroaches.
Yeah, okay, that works. That
You
works.
know, I'm like, yeah, I'm like deathly, and anything that looks similar to a cockroach. So like June
Yeah.
bugs freak. But moths don't freak me out. And those are around a lot. We're talking about bugs now.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like
We,
bugs.
I don't think anybody does, but I don't either. Yeah.
Yeah, but mine's to like the degree like if I know that there's a roach in the house because I saw it myself, I will panic. I will not sleep until I know that someone else has to like turn over the house to find it and kill it, or just get it out of the house. If you don't want to kill it, just get it out of the house
Get out
because
of the house.
yeah, I will panic. I mean, there's something that people do. I suffer from really extreme anxiety, so things like even small things like that that scare me, I will panic until it's gone.
I
Like full on
understand.
not sleep.
I
Yeah.
completely understand. And I see you're a fan of Goosebumps, and it looks like some kind of scream mask over there.
Yeah, Ghostface.
Yes.
Walmart, Target.
Nice. I knew there was a reason we got along so well. You didn't shop the way I do.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I love Goosebumps. I've been watching it a lot. It reminds me of Halloween, so I've been trying to get into the spirit.
Yeah, yeah. I got to start watching that too. And Are You Afraid of the Dark is another good one from back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
My brother's podcast just did a review of one of the shows. Of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And it's like brought back all the 90s feels.
I miss those days.
Yep. Check it out. B Movie Bros is the name of the podcast.
B movie bros. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
remember that.
And since we're a TV side, we kind of got into this before, but what are you watching these days?
So I don't keep up with anything like new. I'm uh I'm one of those people that I like to rewatch things that I've already seen 1,000 times because it brings me comfort, and I don't know if that has to do with like anxiety. I just like knowing what's going to happen. But also it depends like if it was good times when I watched it. So like lately I've been watching a lot of American Horror Story reruns on Hulu. Oh, The Lucy Show. I just started. You know what? That's new for me. I just started watching it
Nice, nice.
because for no reason I just decided I really want to watch something from like the 50s or the 60s. What can I watch? And I thought, well, I always thought Lucille Ball was funny, so Hulu has it, the Lucy Show, and I've just been binging it for the past 2 weeks. I've already gone through the first 4 or 5 seasons.
Oh wow, yeah, I got to check that out too. She was good. I watched the original I Love Lucy, but I got to check that one out too. Here it's
Yeah,
really good.
yeah, she was a boss. I loved her. I'm very, you know what? That's something that people don't know about me. I'm very inspired by powerful women.
Oh, okay, okay,
I don't,
that's
I don't,
great.
I don't have, yeah, I don't have many men, like powerful male figures in my life. Um, so like when I see people like Lucille Ball, which she had to go because I got so into it that I do this thing where I just started watching the Lucy Show, and then I wanted to know more about her life. So then I watched her biography, and I was like, God, she was so incredibly powerful, and that kind of stuff for me is rock star. Like that's the ultimate rock star.
Nice. And what other women inspire you?
Anybody that knows who they are, and they don't even have to be famous. Like my mother inspires me because she knows who she is. But as far as like famous, the obvious like Cher is badass to me.
I love
Uh, yeah, Bette Midler. Oh, did you see that Judy movie with Renee Zellweger? That was really good.
so amazing, right?
Yeah,
She killed it in that role.
yeah, I forgot I was watching Renee. So yeah, that movie was really inspiring to me. Oh, Lady Gaga, obviously, come on.
Yeah, how can you not love her?
Yeah. Did I already say Bette Midler? Because Bette Midler
Yes, well, she deserves two mentions.
and Barbara Streisand, like all the icons, I'm here for it. I love it.
I do too. Yeah, and just before I let you go, let us know where we can find you on social media because I'm sure you have a lot of fans that want to find out what you're up to.
Yeah, it's very basic. YouTube is just Andrew DeLeon. Twitter is Andrew DeLeon, and I'm currently working with Sound Mojo, which is Watch Mojo's music label, and they're celebrating their 1 year anniversary. They have really great artists on there. So October 9th, 1 p.m. Eastern time, they will be streaming a 6-hour concert.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll be involved. You'll get to hear me sing original pieces as well as familiar pieces, and I'm really excited for people to see that.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today, and say hi to your little one for me.
I will. Thank you so much for reaching out.
Of course, of course. Good luck with everything, and we'll talk again soon.
Okay, we will. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye, honey.
Bye.